Right, I'm Olusegun Jimoh, and I'm a pharmacist, and also I'm a doctoral researcher at Southern Illinois University School of Medicine here. And my research focus on hearing loss. Thank you. The hearing loss in Nigeria is affecting people that are suffering with this disease condition, in the sense that it's killing their dream. And also, I've read it in newspapers that some of them are complaining that people no, they are not relating with them. They are experiencing social isolation. They are being excluded from social gathering. They can't relate to people very well, and it's like a stigma to people that have uh, this uh, this I don't want to call it to people that have hearing loss generally. So the major problem that I see there is because of lack of early intervention. Because no, when I started researching on hearing loss here, I discovered that what help most people suffering from this this disease in developed country is because of the early intervention, because they can screen them at early stage and discover that they have hearing loss. But in Nigeria, we didn't have equipment to screen them at early stage to discover whether they have hearing loss or not. In advanced countries, they have equipment like ABR, which is auditory brain stems response, and also autoacoustic emission that they can use to detect hearing loss in for a newborn baby. But in Nigeria, I think these equipments are not available. So those are the major challenges people with hearing loss are facing, and also some of them, like they need treatment, and the treatment varies based on the levels of the hearing loss and the type of the hearing loss that the patient have. So in Nigeria, majorly, I think they didn't have access to proper treatments. Let me put it that way. And some of these treatments can be expensive, like some of them may need cochlear implants. And cochlear implant, I don't think no, many hospitals are doing it in Nigeria. So those are the challenges that I noticed that people with this condition in Nigeria are facing currently. Okay, like I said earlier, early intervention is the key. That's number one. Like hearing screening is important, at least for a newborn baby. So some of these equipments, if government could provide some of this equipment to most of our hospitals, it will help, to detect whether there is hearing loss or not before they grow up, so that they can schedule appointments, know the type of hearing loss they have, and schedule appointment ahead to treat them for that. So investing in diagnostic equipment to detect hearing loss is important. And also they have to encourage our doctors in Nigeria also to stay, train them, send them like to different places to learn more, because we have no smart medical doctors in Nigeria. So especially the otolaryngologists, the ENT specialists, and also the audiologists. Also, we need more people in that area, that can help people suffering from this condition. So if government can invest into this equipment, it will be better. And I think I read it of recent that I read it of recent in a newspaper also. The Otolaryngology Society of Nigeria pay visit to the vice president, and I think government is trying to improve that. They are planning to improve the ENT unit or the ENT unit in the country. Oh, like I said, hearing screening is very important. If they can like implement policy like hearing screening for everybody to have access to it. They can be doing free screening for hearing. People can go to the hospital and test it, or because hearing loss also didn't it affect old people too, because as we age also people tends to lose their hearing, and there are a lot of factors that could contribute to it. Loud sound, we have noise induced hearing loss, and also we have uh, conductive hearing loss, which can be as a result of infection, and sensory neural hearing loss, different kinds. So it's important that people check their ear every time they go to the hospital to check whether they are the ear is functioning well. So early screening or free screening for hearing loss is important. And secondly is the another thing I we advocate for is like I said, making some of these equipment available. I said and all this are not like they are common equipment in developed countries, and some of these are equipment are available, and I think maybe in some of the big hospitals in Nigeria. I'm not talking about government hospitals, I mean private hospitals, and this these equipment they're expensive, and people only few people can afford to pay for screening in some of these private hospitals. So I think if government can make it available, like auditory brainstem response for the newborn baby, and also audiometry pure tone, which is audiograms for for adults, it will it will improve the quality of our health systems in the country, especially the ENT units of the hospital. Oh, I didn't. I'm not really specific about the number of people that have hearing loss in Nigeria, but according to the WHO, I know about 430 million people are suffering from hearing loss, and also in Nigeria, I know it's up to millions that are suffering from hearing loss. Based on, I didn't have the specific figures on my head now, so I can't recollect, but that's what I can say, but I know there are a lot of people in Africa, especially also in Nigeria, that are suffering from this. But I didn't have specific number of people suffering from this condition. Okay, I think I mentioned it earlier already that no, early intervention is the key, which differentiates us from the developed country. Like if government have made a provision for hearing screening from the onset, like for newborn baby, because a newborn baby without this diagnostic equipment, you can't know whether they have hearing loss or not until they reach some certain age. So assuming that some of these equipment are available, so it will have been better, and it will have helped to detect earlier, and then detecting it earlier will have helped the specialist to schedule an appointment for a baby for a better treatment to improve their quality of life. So that's what I think. So investing into our health system is the major problem. If government can, I don't think it's not only hearing alone, or the other departments also in health sectors, investing into it, doing the necessary things, to detect the the disease or anything happening to us at early stage is important than than discovering later. So like early intervention is the key, which is what I'm like advocating for, to detect things at the early stage, not at the not when the disease has reached a stage where it will be difficult to be managed. Thank you for your question. I don't think people have enough knowledge about this, and like I always said hearing loss is overlooked in Africa generally. I think we have to, create awareness about this, let people know, and also let's, talk to people about what can cause it. Like I said earlier, noise can also cause hearing loss. Also, loud noise can cause it, and we have these air cells in the cochlea and our ear that can degenerate with age, and also hearing loss also can damage like ear noise also can also affect some of these health cells. So we have to create awareness and orientate people about this, like what we are doing. We have to orientate people on how they can take care of their ear so that they can have a sound life, and enjoy their life also, because at times I feel for people suffering from this disease condition, because I see them. It's like you are living in a soundproof glass. You are able to feel or see the world, but you are unable to listen to the heartbeats or know what's going on. And so, encouraging people to, creating awareness and encouraging people to go for the test will be most important thing. But before that, some of those equipment have to be available first before you can encourage people to go there, because if this equipment is not available, there's nothing they can do. They can't go, no, there's no place they can go to do the test. So those some of these diagnostic equipment have to be available first before they can go for the test. And that's let me say at cheaper rate or for free, not like we have to know, because at times this equipment are expensive, like I said earlier, and most people might not be able to afford it. So in most developed country, there's what do you call it now? Screening, free hearing test. You can just go to a specific designation to do the test. The government, they are trying their best. There is no doubt about that, but I feel they can do better. You know, so that people can enjoy enjoy quality of life by making some of those things available. So that's my home point. I feel we can do better. So if some of those things have been available, the number of people will have been reduced. We won't have up to that number in our country today. And it's not only applicable to hearing loss. I think it's applicable to other other departments in the hospital too, and other
Okay.
disease conditions also. Okay, yeah, thank you for the question. So, in my research, so when I got to this place, although hearing research and advocacy, I developed it naturally, and then when I got here, the person I'm working with, she's an expert in therapy. So, and the world is revolving now. So, gene therapy is taking the stage. So, people are using gene therapy to treat different kind of disease. And the major discovery in my research is, like I said earlier, I'm researching on hearing loss, and we are developing strategy to regenerate cochlear hair cells. Some of these hair cells are important. Damage to these hair cells can lead to sensory neural hearing loss, which is my main area. So they are the one that transfer the sound information, they convert it to electrical activities and send it to the brain to interpret it as sound. So one of the things we are doing is how to regenerate these damaged hair cells, because once these hair cells are lost, or once they are damaged, it can lead to permanent hearing loss. And the best thing is to regenerate them, because it's pay, because most treatments that are available are conventional treatments, which are like hearing aid, and they're just managing the symptoms. And also we have cochlear implant also, which also can be used for people suffering from this sensory neural hearing loss, especially if it is a profound sensory neural hearing loss. This cochlear implant we bypass the damaged ESL and send electrical activities to the brain through the auditory nerves. But our aim is to regenerate these damaged ear cells, and then through gene therapy, we want to screen some genes, and the aim is, are there genes that are activated or overactivated that cause hearing loss? So the aim is, if there are genes like that, we want to silence some of those genes, and also if some patients also lack some genes that is important for hearing, the aim is to express those genes also in the cochlea. So that's the aim. So the major discovery we've our major discovery in this field is we've been able to identify some genes that are responsible for hearing loss, and also we've been able to express some of those genes and see whether people suffering from this disease, although we've not moved to the clinical trial. We are still testing it in mouse, but we've identified some genes that are responsible for hearing loss. Especially the first one is some genes are overexpressed or they are activated, and the activation of these genes are the one affecting the one causing hearing loss. So the first thing we did is we silenced some of those genes. And also the second thing is we identify some genes also that are responsible, that are dormant. And what we did is to activate some of those genes so that it can lead to people suffering from this condition can hear. But what we carried out this experiment in mice, and we've not tried it in human. But the most interesting part about this is that gene therapy has been used in this country, although the clinical trial is still ongoing, where they identify author gene. Author gene that is deficient of this author gene is important for hearing in a 5 years old boy. The boy is deaf, so they express this gene, and the boy is able to hear back. So those are the beauty part of it. So the interesting part is gene therapy is taking the stage, and which is our main focus. And we believe, based on what we've seen, we'll be able to translate it to move into the clinical trial. So that's our plan, and we are screening some drugs also that can cause regeneration of ear cells. So that's the specific one. So we've identified some. So we have to confirm it in research. You have to be sure. Then you move to clinical trial. That's the point where we are currently. Well, I don't really think so. The only thing I will just say is we should take care of our hair and show empathy to people suffering from this disease condition. Take care of them, be friendly to them, let them feel at home, let them feel comfortable with us. And also we should create more awareness about early intervention and hearing screening.